to begin to settle in, listening to the sounds of the music, listening to the sounds of my voice. Good morning, and welcome, welcome, welcome. As we come together this morning, this Thursday, I invite you to take in a nice deep breath, allowing your body, allowing your mind, allowing your heart to come together to begin this incredible journey. And as you breathe in and out, just listening for the sounds of the environment around you, listening for the sounds, if you're outside, of wind in the trees, if you're indoors, the sound of maybe the air moving through the room or the house, listening to the sounds of my voice, listening to the sounds of your body, noticing where the body has any tension that's being held in it. As you breathe in and out, just allowing yourself to settle into this moment. And settling in with gratitude, feeling ourselves, feeling the gratitude for this moment, this space and time that you have created, carved out of your busy, busy day, to create a moment of connection, a moment of insight, a moment where our minds have the opportunity to grow into new space, like new branches on a tree forming, growing towards the sun. And so as we begin our journey today, my invitation is for you to bring your middle finger to thumb, middle fingers to thumbs, and begin to imagine a beautiful beam of light shining down upon your head. And for those of you that have done this many times before, noticing what it looks like, how the color comes through, and if it's your first time, imagining stepping out into the sunshine and feeling its bright glow against your forehead, feeling its warmth against your chest, and allowing yourself to begin to drift, your imagination begin to wander. As you imagine standing or laying in the sun, where does it take you to? Are you on the beach, on a hike, standing at your front door, standing inside, looking out a window over a beautiful vista, feeling the warmth of the sun, imagining the coolness of the outdoors? As you breathe in and out, feeling this shift. As we slow our minds down and just begin to listen to the sounds of the body and tune in to our highest purpose, it is held within the energy of the sun, the energy of the golden light that shines down upon us. And imagining it like waves of warmth washing over you, I invite you to begin to feel it making its way all the way down to your hips, from your hips into the earth. If you're sitting, from the hips and the earth into your feet, like waves of the ocean that are slowly washing up and over you. Each breath, imagining this light moving deeper and deeper into your body. And so as we make this shift into the earth vibration, I invite you to scan our body being the incredible point, the polarity, the opposite of the sun, our body being that connection to the earth. And so just scanning through the body, noticing what your mind is drifting off to, any sounds, any colors in your mind's eye, beginning to pulse as the sun, as you imagine it coming into deeper focus. Just allowing whatever is here to be observed by the mind. Any images that flash before your mind, memories, thoughts, allowing each thing to come in and then simply drift out like clouds across the sun as we fall into the sensations of the body, noticing any tension, any need for movement or desire to shift, and going ahead to make that shift, allowing yourself and the body to become more comfortable, more relaxed as we send our focus into the depths of the earth, imagining the spiral staircase just beneath our feet, imagining that sun that we had connected with shining down upon our feet, illuminating the earth beneath us. And imagining this staircase, whether it appears in the earth or just like a staircase that you've walked up and down millions of times in your home, imagining yourself dropping down in deeper and deeper into the earth, allowing yourself to feel as though you're drifting down like a leaf falling from the tree, or as though you're sinking beneath the depths of a pool of water. And as you do, trusting and knowing that your body is simply falling in to an energy and a space that is its divine nature. There is a rhythm here. There is a beat. There is a frequency that is in resonance with your heart. And as we drop towards the center of the earth, we come closer and closer and deeper into awareness of this connection, allowing our hearts like a magnet to be pulled toward the center of the earth, towards that iron core center that is luminescent in light and in its frequency, like a magnet drawing us in. And for those of you that are visual, you may actually see a big, beautiful magnet at the center of the earth, or the luminescent white light. And for those of you that feel, you may just sense a tug in your body, like those times when you can't wait to sit down because you're so tired. You may just sense that pull of gravity towards the center, allowing yourself, allowing your mind to be pulled as that iron core pulls on the iron within your blood, calling it back to source, back to home. And with it, the thoughts in your mind begin to follow, somewhat like taking after a child who's running through the park and you're chasing them down. So too does our mind and our consciousness feel drawn. And so the mind gets to chase after, to follow, to observe as this energy locks in, as you feel yourself sticking, being grabbed by the center of the earth in her forceful pull in, closer and closer, like a hug, like an embrace in your body, a squeeze that you feel that brings you back to your body, that brings you back to the density that it is. As we allow ourselves to move into our heart space now, completing our light link, feeling the full pull of the body and gravity as we imagine that golden light again. Where had it taken you in the beginning, and where do you find yourself now as you imagine it? Maybe you're super visual and you see yourself at the center of the earth in this beautiful pillar of light shining down upon you, as though all is dark around you except for this spotlight shining down. Or maybe you feel yourself laying in that field of flowers or at the edge of the beach, What I invite you to find next is that pulsing of the earth, the pulsing of your heartbeat, the pulsing of the blood in your veins, synchronized by the iron within that connects us. Waves of energy pulsing out, allowing your mind to find it, following the rhythm of your breath, feeling your heartbeat and knowing and trusting as you imagine the beat of the drum, as you imagine the rhythm of the waves crashing against the shore. And again, feel that light shining down upon you. Today, we are moving back and forth between both the light and the pull of the earth, envisioning slowly this column beginning to form. So it's shining all the way from the sun in the center of our solar system down right here for you in this moment to meet you at the center of the earth. And allowing your imagination to come up with whatever it may see as we move between these two polarities. These polarities being our reason to be here, our reason to encounter and experience, to deepen feelings and sensations of love. And so my invitation to you is to feel into the pull of the earth, its base, its negative charge, and allow your mind to drift towards the sun, its light and its positive charge, the pull within of the earth inside, the light of the sun, its warmth hitting your skin outside, both harmonizing, balancing within your mind, allowing yourself to feel the pull of your body, the weight of the density, the negative energy, the negative polarities, and calling forward the ways in which that negative charge sometimes expresses itself as anger, sometimes as fear, sometimes as jealousy. And just allowing these energies to be absorbed by this magnet, to be harmonized. For you have the strength of the Divine Mother. You have the power of the earth at your back, living within your bones, beating her heartbeat no matter what thoughts or emotions you may experience. Her compassion and her love radiating out from the center in the core. There is no right or wrong when it comes to life, when it comes to the Divine Mother within the center of the earth or within each of us. Whether you're man, woman, or child, she lives within our hearts. And as we begin our journey, opening our hearts, we come to the awareness that part of this journey is to honor those pieces of ourselves that get frustrated, that get tired, that get so exhausted they don't want to do anything other than collapse into a chair or curl up in bed and pull the covers over our head or completely unhook and find ourselves laying on the beach, falling into meditation, creating connection for our hearts to know in this moment that they are not alone, that there is a love here in pieces of us that maybe have felt lonely for time and time again. And yet, as we allow ourselves to slip within the folds and the holds and the warm embrace of the earth, feeling that magnetic pull, we allow ourselves to receive and to restore, to remember those pieces of us seemingly lost. And so as you call your heart forward, I invite you to envision as though you are in that field, laying in the grass, flowers blooming all around you, the sun shining down, your body recharging from the warmth of the earth beneath you, and welcoming in pieces of your soul long lost. Without really understanding, just beginning to imagine flowers, new flowers blooming all around you. Maybe you see them in reds or yellows, oranges, purples, daisies, roses, jasmine. Whatever the flowers are that rise up around you, trusting that the mother has held these pieces of your soul in her darkness. And in this moment and in this time and this special opportunity, when we come together, we've moved into the space of remembering. As we harmonize the polarities of that magnetic core and the pull within with that of the sun, we come to trust and to know that love is what guides us back again and again and again. Understanding that this love for ourselves, this love for each other as it rises and builds in our hearts, is what rejuvenates our soul, which empowers the flowers to grow again and your hearts to rise up. And as you rise, you envision yourself feeling drawn towards the sun. Maybe you see yourself rising and beginning to twirl or dance through the field of flowers. Or maybe you just feel yourself being drawn towards the light of the sun. Its golden hues shining down and you seemingly drifting up through the ethers, closer and closer from that magnetic core, being drawn into the sun's light. And while it may seem as though you're beginning to float and feel lighter, really all that is happening is that within your heart, that earth and her magnetic core is coming to the surface, and the sun is meeting her through this beautiful portal of light in your heart. And so it's not that you are moving towards the sun, but the sun is moving towards you. And as your heart opens, you begin to feel a flood of light pouring in, like waves crashing down upon the beach, filling your body with light and with love, with remembering that you possess the creative power to honor and to flow with the cycles and the activity of life, and with the cycles and the rest that is also necessary. You possess the power to be anger, to be frustration, to be hate, to be rage, as well as the power to be curiosity, the power to be excitement, the power to twirl underneath the sun with your toes on the beach, the power to feel joy and laughter, the power to weave all of these emotions into each and every day And as the day comes to a close, to honor them, to honor you in the journey that you are walking through both the darkness and the inner realm of your emotions and your light and your love, as well as the outer realm where we take action and find ourselves in moments like these, connecting to our hearts, connecting to each other's hearts, and enjoying this miraculous journey of life. So in this moment, as we take our last breaths together in this meditation, I invite you to feel both that magnetism and that light as it courses through your body. For you are an electromagnetic being. You have that iron within your blood. You have the energy and the charge of your heart, and you have the light of the sun moving through your cells from neuron to neuron, sparking as you allow for this creative power to flow through you. And so rolling your shoulders, feeling that charge activating as your mind sends light into the depths of your body, undulating your spine, rolling your hips as you feel from side to side in your chair, noticing how your body responds, how you can imagine the light of your mind moving to signal the body to take this movement, to wiggle the toes, to wiggle the fingers, and imagining that light as it moves from the mind and you have the thought and the desire into the hands. I invite you to bring your hands together, rubbing them, raising the heat, feeling the energy building. When you feel like it's so hot and you can barely rub anymore, to find that space of stillness and to feel that darkness and that magnetic pull in between. And then to imagine the light as it moves between both. For we are not one or the other. Our power to create lives within us, and it comes from harnessing both of these charges. And so as you breathe in and out, I invite you to come fully into your body, feeling both the darkness and the light, the magnetism and the electricity, to feel your heart and its beat, to feel the magnetic core, that beautiful iron crystal at the center of the earth, and to feel the sun shining down. You are one, you are all. All is good, and good is all. Slowly making your way back. May it be a beautiful day, honoring both the light and the darkness within.